So for some of you that keep up with me on social media, you will know that I recently upgraded from a Ferrari 458 Spider Thrustmaster wheel to a new Thrustmaster TMX. Now, this was quite a big step up. I still would highly recommend the 458 wheel for anyone that's just starting out that doesn't want to play anything particularly, you want to be like a fairly casual gamer, I won't lie. But I upgraded to a TMX. Now, in the background, you'll just see me unboxing it pretty damn appallingly, I won't lie. I definitely would recommend a camera stand if you're going to do this sort of thing. But yeah, just unboxing this wheel first of all. I will get into the whole review in a minute. As you can see, it comes with, obviously, it comes with a lot of cardboard, I found out. Incredibly good. Just cardboard was absolutely everywhere. But first of all, guys, as we can see, just getting like the last bit of cardboard. This is obviously a Thrustmaster product, like my old wheel, and it does come with a lot. So first of all, you've obviously got the instruction manual that I guarantee about 6 people ever have read. Then you obviously move on to the most important bit, which is the wheel itself, as you get a wonderful look at my legs there quickly. And then that is the wheel inside its plastic bag. And then you've also got the pedal set, and also just the clamp in there as well that I may grab out in a second as well. Now, I will run into setup, how to set this thing up in a minute as well, as you can just see the clamp stand there. And just how everything looks without the plastic. So this is the wheel itself, the rim even, and it's quite a different layout to the wheel I'm used to. That's it with the pedals there. So actually the pedals are still quite big. The rim I think is 11 inches, or sorry, 12 inches, 28 centimeters in diameter, which is very good. And the pedals are very similar to the old pedals I had. The brake pedal, you need to put a lot of pressure to actually get it for it to move, whilst the throttle pedal, you don't need to do anywhere near as much. The throttle pedal is quite easily to navigate, but here is it just set up on my stand. I've got a wheel stand, racing stand, nothing special like a GT Omega. There is the pedal set there, you know, slightly out of line just because that's the way I roll. I don't actually like my pedals to be square on, but like the way I sit, I like to have my feet at slightly an angle. And there is obviously just the rim once again, giving it a close-up look. That is where the Xbox button is as well, for anyone that is interested. Just because it took me about 2 days to honestly to find out where the rim was. But I decided I'd test it out on 4 different games. We first of all got Dirt Rally. We've also got Project Cars here as well. F1 2016 was the 3rd game I tested, and then also Forza Horizon 3. Now, they weren't like any sweaty practices before, and I literally just jumped on for a couple of minutes. Sorry about the camera quality. This is my Toshiba C920, which isn't the best camera in the world for this sort of thing. It's trying to pick up a heck of a lot, and I won't lie, the camera looks a bit slow, I won't lie, overall. But still, overall, my thoughts on this wheel for Dirt Rally were, it was quite squirmy to get used to. Now, I didn't fiddle around with any of the settings on other things. We can see straight away I managed to write the car off there. That was pretty impressive. But yeah, I didn't play around with any of the settings. I literally just wanted to do this as a base. Like, just, you get it out of the box, like plug in and play, if you will. And on Dirt Rally, it was very twitchy to begin with. It would take a lot to get used to, I can imagine. If you got the right settings for the game, it would probably be a lot better. But now moving on to Project Cars, guys, and this was probably the worst game for me personally, just starting out with this wheel. Now, as you notice right off the start there, I could not get the back end in shape, which, you know, is fair enough, because obviously I can imagine Project Cars probably the most out of any of the games here is the one you really want to fine-tune your wheel settings so you can be quick with it. Obviously, as I said, this was basically just plug and play, just a first-time experience and review of it. And I noticed into every braking zone, the wheel would just start shaking randomly, which is obviously without the ABS. I can sort of understand that, but obviously it was so different to the other games I did play. Dirt Rally and Project Cars were actually fairly similar in the way they handle. As you can see there, just the wheel moving around ever so slightly in my hands. You've got to be quite strong with it as well, which definitely isn't probably one of my best characteristics. I'm not a particularly strong person, so I definitely like dial down the force feedback. For me personally, if I start, as you can see there, I managed to crash pretty damn well. And then went off to see an ambulance, if you can see that. Sorry about the screen glare as well, by the way, guys. What I would also say about this wheel is, as you saw there, the snapback, of the way, obviously, when you try and counter steer, is actually very good with the wheel. As you would have seen there, it was actually pretty damn good. But now moving on to F1 2016, and hopefully, you know, we'll get a couple more shots of the snapback, like I was saying. But F1 2016 was probably actually alright for this. Now, F1 2016, out of these 3 games so far, is the one I've played the most by an absolute landslide. It's also the one I'm fairly used to using a wheel with as well. As you can just see going into turn 1 there, we ran hugely wide, and that is the snapback I was on about, guys. It's actually very good for that sort of thing. It uses a belt-driven mechanism, which I think is really good. Obviously, I haven't experienced anything sort of 900, £1,000 worth, which probably explains why I'm not too good. Yes, as you can see there, again, trying to snap back on the wheel. Very, very responsive, very, very good for that sort of thing, as we've once again managed to crash another car. But still, yeah, so that was F1 2016. That was very, very good as well. Obviously, I'm fairly used to F1 2016 on a wheel, so it probably made it a little bit easier as we carry on spinning just up the Kemmel Straight. And now moving on to the last game which I played, which was Forza Horizon 3. Now, this game obviously isn't anywhere near as sim-style as the others. This is far more arcadey. I was just trying to drift around an old Holden... sorry, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a Holden GTS. But I can't remember for sure. It's one of the barn finds on Horizon 3, so some of you guys may know about it. But overall, that was very, very good fun as well, trying to do a bit of drifting. It didn't go particularly well. Obviously, I don't drift that much. But on to my overall review of the wheel. Now, I managed to get this for £100, which is about $120 worth. American dollars, that is, and probably about the same in euros. And for that price, I would highly recommend this wheel, guys. It is really, really good value for money. Now, if you haven't got that sort of budget, I would still say the Thrustmaster 458 is a very good wheel. You won't be able to do as much with it, just because of the nature of no force feedback. But still, if you're just starting out, the 458 is a very, very good wheel in itself. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Very, very different to what I usually do, so hopefully you like the style of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new around here for all the games that I've just showed you. I really want to start playing these games a lot more again now I've got my new wheel. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.